it should be?
Question
It should be. Okay. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kylee, and I'm going to blast your ear holes.
Hi, I'm Shandi, and my hot take is I don't like honey.
Hi, I'm Craig, and I am so grounded right now. And this is Seance with my siblings. Welcome to the Seance. So today I'm going to be talking about Black Tourmaline. Black Tourmaline is actually the first stone I purchased at a metaphysical store. And it's actually have a little store over in Mount Pleasant that I purchased.
Love rocks.
Love rocks, yeah.
Love rocks.
Mhm. That's why it's such a good, vibe.
The owner is such a
She
sweetheart.
is so sweet. Yeah.
I'm like, here, take all my money.
Right? Oh, I just got paid? You just got paid.
It's also the only metaphysical store that's close, I guess, really. Other than
It is the only metaphysical store in the county until we open one.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Let's open a
Let's
metaphysical
do it.
store. Hell yeah.
That also sells haunted antiques.
Dude.
We'll have our own haunted museum.
Cool,
Goals.
books and
Yes.
Yeah.
witchy books.
Oddities. I've always wanted to
yeah.
open an oddities shop. Only taxidermy freaks me out. So if we have a taxidermy section, it has to be behind curtains, so I don't have to see it or smell it.
I'll be in charge of
yeah.
the taxidermy section.
Okay, you
It
can do
makes
that.
me want to vomit. I can't eat food if there's taxidermy or fish tanks.
Ooh, fish tanks.
They're beautiful and I
They
love
are.
them, but that grosses me out.
But it's,
Eat around them.
especially if you can kind of smell it a little
Yes.
bit, and
Or
it's
there's
yeah,
the fish
it's
has
just,
a
gross.
tail of poop hanging
Yeah.
out its butt.
Yeah. Gross.
Okay. Sorry, Black Tourmaline.
Black
Grounded.
Tourmaline. Yes, so grounded. So, Black Tourmaline is renowned for its remarkable healing properties. It is believed to possess strong protective energies that shield individuals from negative influences and psychic attacks. It is often used as a grounding stone, which all of the black stones are very much so protective and ground.
Yeah.
Just like in nature.
Yes, like obsidian and onyx.
Onyx,
They
yes.
all have different price points, though.
Yep,
They
surely do. Different vibrations and different everything like that. It's also said to help stabilize and balance the body's energy field. There are a few points on here that I'm kind of that's not.
Ooh, what do you disagree with, Craig?
So one of them is kind of where it's talking about physical health benefits. It's where it's the stone can physically help with things I agree with things relieving stress and anxiety and emotional stability.
It's grounding.
Because it is grounding, yes. But on a physical level, Black Tourmaline is said to exhibit various health benefits. It is believed to have a detoxifying effect on the body, assisting in the removal of toxins and pollutants that may contribute to illness or imbalances. The crystal is also said to have positive influence on the immune system, promoting overall health and vitality, which, fine, but also kind of I don't know if I can believe that.
Well, it's not scientifically proven.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no studies and hard data to prove that this is true on it heals illnesses.
Yeah.
However, the more emotionally stable and grounded we are and the better we are at regulating our emotions, the better overall health we have. But
True.
that does not mean your magic crystals can
Is
cure
gonna-
cancer.
Right, exactly.
Or detoxify your liver after you binge drink for a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or do all the cocaine.
Yeah. I think used in tandem with like modern medicine,
Sure.
Yeah.
then probably that's you'll get more of the results
Right.
you're looking for.
Oh,
Which
exactly.
most people now find that balance between mystical medicine
Mhm.
or maybe like herbal medicine, whatever. I'm not trying to offend anyone here, and also Western medicine and like pharmaceuticals that are manufactured by companies.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. But it is said to... Okay, oh yeah. So black tourmaline is frequently utilized in like energy healing practices to address various physical ailments such as chronic pain, arthritis, and digestive issues. Which I do believe that like the crystal's vibration and like your own body's vibration can kind of like, obviously won't, like Shandi was saying, like cure cancer, but it will kind of have that vibrational impact, I guess, to kind of like help promote maybe. And just like also with mindset and like having that good mental health going on,
Sure.
as well as grounding and stuff. So that'll definitely... Yeah, just when I read digestive issues, that really threw me through.
Sometimes people's digestive issues are related to their anxiety.
You know what? That's
And
true.
so if they are actively grounding themselves multiple times a day, then yeah,
Okay.
but it's not because of they're using the stone as a tool to ground themselves, which is important.
Yeah.
However, it's not magic. They're just regulating their emotions better.
Right. Like, don't stick black tourmaline up your ass and expect to like get digestive.
No more tummy.
Right. That could cause some major
That-
problems.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I'll
Don't
see
stick.
you in the ER.
Yeah, shit. Don't stick anything up your butt that isn't meant to go up your butt that has like a stopper so that it can't get lodged up there
Yeah.
permanently. Like not even a vibrator that doesn't have a base to stop it from going up your butt, guys.
Yeah.
Butt health. Basic sex toy butt health 101.
Oh, I was gonna say something. Oh gosh, I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It was like it came as quick as it left.
Oh.
Oh, have you guys ever seen a black tourmaline?
I've
They
seen yours.
they look like bark, right? Like,
Yeah. They're not the prettiest black stone I've ever
They-
seen.
I actually really enjoy how they look,
Oh.
but it isn't like that smooth, like glossy, pretty
Right.
finish.
Which is what I like. That's
Yeah.
my thing.
I also really enjoy that, but I also can appreciate like black tourmalines. I just like how it looks like a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it has those like ridges. Don't you have, or someone might have, or maybe I saw it in a store, but like a big chunk of black tourmaline? Unless it wasn't black tourmaline.
I don't
But
have it.
you don't have one?
Mm-mm.
Tilly might have
Tilly,
one.
Chantel might have it.
You know, it'd be really cool is one of those crystal trees with the black tourmaline base and then like
Ooh.
the wire and the crystals
Yes.
attached to it.
That
That
would be
pretty.
so
with like the
pretty.
roots, you know.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That thing would blast you away. You'd be so grounded. Oh. But speaking of spiritual properties of black tourmaline in the realm of spirituality, black tourmaline is highly regarded as a potent grounding stone, which we've said several
Many
times.
times. Take a
This
shot.
is known. Take a shot. Yes.
Take a shot every time we say grounding.
Yes.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Danger.
You might get alcohol poisoning. Don't listen to us. Like, our advice, listen to us, but like, our
Don't
advice.
take our-
Use your own judgment. Make your own choices.
We're not doctors.
No. Kylie's the closest thing
Kylie
to a
is the
doctor
closest thing
here.
to a doctor.
And I would still not listen to any of the
Sticking
nonsense.
crystals up my
Yeah, stop.
Well, no, listen to that. Don't stick crystals up your
Yeah.
ass.
Don't stick crystals up your ass, for the love of God.
Please no.
Just use good judgment. Make good choices.
Make good
okay?
choices.
Make good choices.
That's what I tell my kids when they leave the house. Make good choices.
Make good
Don't
choices.
be a shithead.
Yup. And they do.
Mhm.
They make-
Allegedly.
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 You have the best boys. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Allowing...
Yeah.
Sorry. Bleak... If I can talk. Bleak Tourmaline allows for a deep sense of stability and security. So if, like, you're ever in a rut, that Black Tourmaline can kind of, like, help to make you feel more connected to the earth and, like, stable and secure. When I was in massage school, I really enjoyed having, like, my Black Tourmaline and kind of, like, sitting with it before going with a client. And that really helped me, like, to get connected to, like, the earth and to be able to, like, help heal them through massage. And I just, like, that's kind of another thing that was all, like, okay, so, like, the crystal does help with, like, it was saying, like, in its healing properties. Also, red jasper is good for healing. BT dubs. But, yeah, just, like, that kind of thing is kind of, like, proof for me of, like, its ability to, like, heal and for that kind of connection to the earth that Black Tourmaline does have.
Right. And you're using it in a purposeful way.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're setting intentions, using it for an intended purpose as a tool
Yeah.
for a certain result.
Yes, exactly.
Which is feeling grounded and ready to heal someone instead of having your energy all...
And not taking their energy with you.
Oh, yes. That's
because that's very...
And very
especially
common.
with, like, other people working with other people and, like, physically with them like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes to not take on someone else's energy and pain.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if someone has cramps, I'm feeling those stupid cramps.
Cramps are a real thing.
Yes.
I am so sorry, you guys.
It's so dumb.
Oh, that's awful.
We should talk about stuff like that at some point.
Yeah.
I have a fun story.
Okay,
Ooh.
let's do it.
Yes. Furthermore.
Sorry.
No, it's totally fine. It was relevant to the point. So, yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes sticking crystals up your ass isn't relevant to the point. So, like, who knows? Furthermore, Black Tourmaline acts as a protective shield against electromagnetic radiation emitted by electronic devices such as smartphones, laptops, and Wi-Fi routers. It forms a barrier that absorbs and neutralizes these harmful energies, offering a sense of mental clarity and reducing the potential negative effects of prolonged exposure. That didn't sit right with me either. I was like, shielding me from, like, Wi-Fi? Like, okay.
Sure it does.
Like, damn. Like, that sounds a little bit conspiracy, guys. Come on.
I love when, like, woo-woo crystal people can even be like, let's use our critical thinking.
Yeah.
As a woo-woo crystal person myself.
Yeah. Like, shield you against electromagnetic radiation?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no
Okay,
way.
Black Tourmaline.
Whoever said that, whoever's perpetuating that needs to stop.
It's probably not true.
Probably
at all.
not.
Probably.
Oh, no.
Unless it's, like, some sort of, like, magnetic thing and it's, like, not, like, radiation or whatever, but, like, some...
Like, if the crystal has, like, magnetic frequencies?
Not frequencies, just, like...
Or, like...
magnetism.
Magnetism,
Yeah.
a pull.
But then it would have to probably be a certain size.
Yeah, it'd have to be a
Yeah.
chonker.
Yeah. Like you're carrying it around.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know. I was just saying, like, if
If
It's
that's
still
possible.
iffy.
If
Yeah.
it was real.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys just see that?
Oh, shit, what?
A black shadow just, like, floated across the table?
yes, I did see it, actually.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
that way? Or in
no,
front
just
of us?
right through here in front of
Oh.
your face.
I didn't see it.
For a second, like, out of the corner of my eye, I saw it, and I thought maybe it was a bird, but then it was, like, right here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it was here. Okay, anyway,
Okay.
moving on.
Okay. Need a black tourmaline crystal right now for protection.
You didn't bring yours?
I'm not wearing... I should be wearing it. Like, why did I not wear it? I was like, okay. Ooh, and my black tourmaline is wrapped in copper wire, so extra grounding.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Hell yeah. So...
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. To harness the property of black tourmaline, one can incorporate it into their daily... Oh, wait, God. I can't read. To harness the properties of black tourmaline, one can incorporate it into their daily routine in various ways. So you can wear black tourmaline jewelry as like a bracelet, necklace, ring, allowing for constant contact with the crystal's energy, or placing black tourmaline in living spaces or work areas can help create a protective environment and promote a sense of calm. Alternatively, carrying a small piece of black tourmaline in a pocket or purse can serve as a personal talisman, providing comfort and support throughout the day. Black tourmaline is a versatile gemstone that offers a variety of benefits across the emotional, physical, and spiritual domains. From its grounding and protective qualities to its ability to support emotional stability, this crystal has become a cherished tool in promoting overall well-being, whether utilizing for its detoxifying properties, its shielding effects against electromagnetic radiation, or its ability to anchor one's energy to the earth. Black tourmaline is a powerful ally to explore for those seeking balance and harmony in their lives. So, that is what I have for black tourmaline today. I really love my black tourmaline stone. It was, like I said, the first crystal that I purchased, and it's one I wear most, I feel like. It's one I've kept with me. I guess I have that attachment to it from it being my first crystal. So I'm like, okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, but here's a crystal question,
Yes.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys, when you go crystal shopping, when you pick them up, do you get the vibes of that stone? And is that how sometimes you pick?
Yes. Or I'll be called to it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you'll be in the store just wandering around and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this.
Yep. And
Yeah.
this one,
Mhm.
yeah.
So this is going to sound hella woo-woo, but I am a super auditory person. And so I'll close my eyes and the way I say this is going to sound weird. The crystal sings to me, it's not singing a song to me, but I'll hear a song in my head. And if it matches the vibe, then I'm good with it. So
Shakira.
And then you pick up a I don't know.
very first citrine that I picked
Oh.
up, I think the song is called The Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
yeah, I heard that song and it matched what I was going for with that crystal, and I was like, okay, you're coming home with me.
Okay. Usually I feel it in my hands, an energy. So I have to
Mhm.
touch things. I have to touch everything in my greasy mitts.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Yes. Oh, was it my
Oh,
turn?
yes.
Is it-
I think so.
Okay. So any more crystal chat?
No, that's it.
We good?
Yep.
Okay, well, speaking of Flight of the Bees, thanks, Kai for that
Segue.
perfect segue. I am talking about bees and their mystical properties? Question mark? I was waffling around on the internet. I do that a lot. And I came across an article on Atlas Obscura, and I went down a bee rabbit hole. A bee
A
hole.
beehive.
A bee hole.
There are underground bees. They're more the waspy, scary things,
Oh,
though.
God.
Not beautiful honeybees or bumblebees. Oh, bumblebees are so
So
cute.
cute.
So cute.
The way they just herp derp around.
I know. They're so big.
Oh, precious with their little wings.
I know.
They are so precious. I accidentally stepped on a bumblebee one time, but I could feel this vibrating under my foot.
shit.
Oh,
And I lifted my foot and it was still alive.
oh.
It was fine, but
Was it on
I
the arch?
thought
Maybe.
it
Or-
was heeled boots, I think. So
Oh,
yeah. So and I was feeling that and I was what's wrong with my foot? But it was the bee freaking out because I was
On top
stepping
of
on
it. Yeah, stepping on top of it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I have a creepy childhood story
Okay.
about bumblebees. Well, I guess it's not okay. It's creepy to me because I would never do this now. But I found a dead bumblebee, and my friend was like, "Ooh, so we can look at it. Let's put it in a cup with some saran wrap over the top and elasticed on to the cup.
Okay.
The elastic is around it,
Mhm.
keeping the plastic wrap in place so that we don't have to actually touch the dead bumblebee, but we can look at it." And I was fascinated by this poor dead bumblebee. It was so, like, you never, growing up in a rural area with no science classes in elementary school, I never got to see things like that close up, especially if they were just trying to sting you.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
gosh, and that was probably pre-kindergarten, so I wasn't even in school anyway to have any access to learning about things like that.
I don't think that's creepy. I think that's like
I
you're a
think it's
curious little
creepy.
human.
I think, like, it would make me sick to do that now, to have a dead bug in a cup that I'm staring at.
Yeah.
Because I have
At least it's
everything
not an
makes
alive
me
one
sick.
that you're like torturing.
Okay, yeah, that would be rude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was dead. You
And
were
it
giving
died of natural consequences, maybe. We found it dead. I don't know. I'm not killing bees. I would never do that. Like, if there's a honeybee trapped in my house, I rescue it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we set it free.
As you should, Queen.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I came across this article on Atlas Obscura titled, "Why We Tell Bees About Death." So, of course, I had to read it.
Oh,
Yes.
You know? It's
Obviously.
by Diana Hubble, Hubbell, June 13th, 2024. Thank you for your work, Diana. Wonderful article. But it's titled also, "The Connection Back to Aporists and Funeral Rites Stretches Back Centuries." So the gist of this article is humans have began treating their hives as part of their families. Like, the beekeepers treat their hives as part of their families. And if they don't treat bees with respect, the hives revolt and basically say, fuck you. And sometimes they will all die off. They will all move. Like, the queen will be like, fuck this shit, and pack everyone up and move away to greener pastures.
Okay.
But if you treat your hives with respect and care and keep them updated on ongoings through, with the family, then you will have mutually respectful and beneficial relationship with your bees.
Okay.
So it's all about respect and reverence for the bees, because they are essentially the givers of life, like in sustenance. For many years, there was no sweeteners besides honey.
Yeah.
And so finding honey out in the wild was a huge gift to people. And now we just take it for granted. We just go to the store and we just buy it. Great. Cool.
Was a sweet
As
treat.
we do with everything.
Right. We are so spoiled. We have really no idea. Anyway, so as part of this, honoring bees and keeping them abreast of news, when someone dies, the beekeeper will tell the hive. So when Queen Elizabeth II died in 2022, the royal beekeeper made a public announcement that the hive had been notified. And I guess for me too, I was like, what? Why? And then this article told me why.
There you go.
Yeah. And from the other research I did, this all started with, people have been figuring out how to keep hives and keep them happy and healthy for forever. And the Egyptians in particular were master beekeepers, and they revered bees. They were religious, spiritual. They called them the tears of Ra. So the sun god Ra, when he would cry, the tears would come down to earth and turn to bees.
Okay. So that's really cool. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That.
So they have tons of lore with connection to the gods.
Okay.
And where is my little paper? In ancient Greece, one of the many reasons bees were associated with the underworld was because they could often be found inhabiting cracks and crevices, and these cracks and crevices were thought to lead to the underworld. So they were like, if you find the beehive, you can find the entrance to the underworld for whatever purpose you have of wanting to go to the underworld.
Portal to hell. Sorry.
A portal to Hades.
Portal to Hades.
Only it wasn't like this demonic thing like it would be if you were Zach Baggins. Or a show. There was a show called Portals to Hell, right? Wasn't that Jack Osborne's show?
Oh, I'm not certain.
I think so. Possibly, potentially, I don't know. Do your own research. But there was many reasons to want to go to the underworld, usually for enlightenment, finding someone that was dead that you needed to talk to for information purposes. But from what my research, which is not extensive, I did my best. The whole telling of the bees thing originated in Ireland. The Irish people started the tradition of making bees a part of the beekeeper's family, and that spread everywhere in the world.
I can see that starting
Okay.
in Ireland.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the Irish people started doing that, obviously because of how we learned to care for bees from the Egyptians. Like, it's
Yeah.
all tied together. This whole spiritual connection to the gods and bees connecting to sustenance. And then when Christianity came into the picture and started to be spread, which it did spread to Ireland, the bees were revered and held up as the model we should model our lives after, because they work tirelessly for a common goal, for the good of all the bees. They're not selfish. Like, everything they do is to help the hive. It is not to help themselves.
That
Which
is true.
I don't think we should really live like that. I've lived like that. It's not great. Not having boundaries is not a good idea. But I get why that is a good example of what Christianity says you should do.
Yeah, like as
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah.
But you don't have to it's like a teaching zone. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to take it so literally
Yeah.
and completely
Yeah.
lose yourself.
It's okay to do things for yourself. You don't
Mhm.
always have to do things for others or the bigger picture.
And that doesn't make you selfish, because if you have an empty bucket, how will you take care of anyone?
Yeah. You can't pour from an empty cup.
No. I've learned that the hard way many times. I've learned lots of things the hard way.
oh yeah.
That's the best way to learn.
Oh. Is there anything else? I just really loved... Oh, because Egyptians, they used honey and wax for everything. It was in their funeral rituals. People were buried with honey for sustenance in the afterlife. They used honey as part of their embalming process. They used the beeswax to seal things.
Mhm.
The Egyptian time period is so fascinating with everything they do.
Yes.
It's so mysterious and
Mhm.
just so cool.
Yeah.
It is super cool. And just that they were able to keep so many records and preserve so many things is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they had aliens.
Yeah, and they had aliens.
There's so
then-
much wildness.
And then there was that huge fire that burnt down the big library.
Oh,
And
the
all
Library of Alexandria.
Yeah. That one.
That one.
That sucked.
That did suck.
That
There's a lot of lost knowledge.
Mm.
Oh,
And so that is why we tell bees of deaths, and why bees are so connected to death rites and spirituality. And now in our modern day is we honor them by making them a part of the family.
That is so cool.
that is so cool.
Mhm. Like, they're a revered family member who has the utmost respect. And if you don't treat them that way, they will say, fuck you, and they will
Sting ya.
they'll stink and leave. And then there's all the stories about bees swarming people and killing them because they were a threat to the hive.
Yeah.
And we know bees, if they sting you and their stinger comes out, they die.
Mm-hmm.
Not like a wasp who can just sting you and sting you and sting you.
Oh,
Freaking jerks.
Wasps
Wasps
are so
jerks.
mean.
Scare me.
They're
Ugh.
Have you seen those huge? I don't know what they are. They're really long, and they're black too. But they
Yes.
look like a wasp.
And they are underground.
Okay.
Because we had them in our backyard for a
Oh.
while, in our field, when we were clearing it and turning it into a usable space and not a horse pasture. We had an infestation of those.
Those scare the fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Do you
yeah.
know what those bad boys are called?
Not now that I've been put on the spot.
Me either.
They're scary.
They are scary.
Scary, horrible nightmare fuel. That's what
Yep.
they're called. That's
Okie
the
dokie.
scientific name.
Sure is.
Oh no.
All right.
All right.
I'm done.
That's super interesting.
It is.
Okay, sound clearing. We've talked a lot about ghosts and spirits and other sorts of entities. So I decided it might be a good idea to talk a bit about like cleansing and protecting your space.
Oh, yeah.
When working with spirits, or even just like sometimes talking about the supernatural.
Yeah, it can attract things
How
that you
weird.
might not want to be attracting. Yeah.
Saw the
Yes,
shadow.
yeah.
Just now.
Yeah, just now.
Just now. Yeah, so got a little bit of information so you can give yourself a good old energetic blasting.
Blast your ear holes.
Blast your ear holes.
Yeah.
So what is sound clearing? Let's talk first about sound, I guess. Sound is created by vibrating object, and it travels in a wave through a medium such as a liquid, like water, a solid, like the seafloor, or gas, like the air. Everything vibrates at certain frequencies because everything is made of atoms, which are constantly in motion, some scale or another. Sound cleansing is the practice of using sound vibrations to clear negative or stagnant energy from a space or crystals or whatever object you're using. The vibrations created by sound, like clapping, drumming, gongs, can disrupt negative energy and increase energy levels. So there are a couple ways you can sound cleanse, and a lot of them are free.
I like free.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would love me some free.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yes.
Mhm. So you can use your voice.
Mm.
You can use clapping. You can use bells. You can use instruments like drums, guitars. You can use your keys, dangling them around, coins
yeah.
in a bag.
It's
Thought
really
about that,
anything you have at hand, and as long as you are setting intentions,
Mhm.
it is effective.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Oh, sorry.
We're always vibing on the same
know.
wavelength.
I am
Um,
an asshole.
No, you are not. Singing bowls and music.
I wanted to ask about the singing bowls. They're
Singing
super
bowls are so
fascinating.
cool.
So Craig and I and Chantel went to little like after like night retreat. It was a couple hour thing where they had like a sound bowl session, and literally like I could feel the sound from my toes like to the tip of the head as they were doing it, and I could like you could feel it.
Mhm. I didn't expect them to be that loud.
They're
Is what
so
surprised
loud.
me.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
so cool.
It was so
Just
cool.
felt it.
Like vibrating through your whole entire body.
That is cool.
Yeah.
We should get some.
We
I'd
should
love
get
to like
some.
learn.
Yeah.
You guys did invite me to go to that, and I was like, if I go tonight, I am super emotional. I am going to sob the whole time, and I don't feel like sobbing in front of strangers.
Yeah.
It was super emotionally charged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've gone to stuff similar in the same vein of that before, and guess what I did? I sobbed the whole time. And sometimes you're okay with sobbing in front of strangers, and other times you're like, I
It's
will
like
sob
letting
at
that
home.
energy out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to let it out, and sometimes you need yourself to let it out too.
Sure. And maybe in private.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you've got to sit with those feelings for longer and you're not ready.
Mhm.
They're not ready. It's not time to release them yet.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was. So, intention and vibration. Sound cleansing is all about intention, such is the way with a lot of witchcraft and magical practice. You can walk around your house singing or banging pots and pans, and it won't do a whole lot unless you put some intention behind it.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
What
sorry.
were you
No.
gonna say?
You go ahead and then I'll say.
Oh, okay. And this can look and feel differently for everybody, the way that you set your intention. I like to visualize as I walk around with my bell or while I'm clapping or like screeching at the top of my lungs.
Which sometimes you have to do. Some entities are pesky and stubborn, and you've
Gotta
got to
yell.
get like fierce.
You
with
gotta,
them.
yeah, you gotta grab deep from like your chest and
And say,
diaphragm and just like
Get out of here.
push it out.
Mhm.
Yeah. One of my favorite things to visualize while sound cleansing is like, have you guys seen My Neighbor Totoro?
Yes.
No.
So there's
Wow.
a scene where the family is in like the bathhouse and they're laughing and making a lot of noise. And there's these little like black soot sprites that have like gathered in the corners and the shadows.
Oh, I have seen that. They're adorable, and they eat the little star candy things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So they're like laughing, they're making a lot of noise, and the soot sprites all like vanish from the quarters and shadows. And I kind of like imagine it like that, like breaking up and just like,
Like clearing out the energy with your energy.
yes, yeah, exactly. So what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say more about intentions. Like if people are experiencing negative energies in their house and they're trying to clear it with things they don't believe in and they're not setting intentions and they don't believe in it, like it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Like you can have all the priests I would never do this. You can have all the priests in your house you want, but if you don't really believe in priests and their power, their holiness and connection to the Christian God, it's not going to work.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to pick what
you believe, even if you're like, what was that book? It was a book and then a movie. It's like My Best Friend's Exorcism or something like that. And she's not a religious person, but she exorcises a demon from her friends with like her friend, not friends, plural, with like the power of the music she loves. Like the sick ass 80s tunes she loves.
Okay. Kind of like in Stranger Things when they use like their music against Vecna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And music is so powerful.
Yes. Yeah. So with sound cleansing, you're going to want to start by opening up a window if you can. This is not necessary because I know there are some places windows can't open. So go ahead and like open up your door.
Open something up for the energy to leave out of.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just chasing it around your house.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead and open up an exit for whatever you're trying to get rid of. And again, it's about intention. So it's not about the space itself. So like if you don't have windows, don't panic.
Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Just open something.
Open something.
A vent.
Yeah.
Something. Anything you can open, which hopefully there's a door, because how did you get in and out? Can you apparate?
Ooh, teach me.
Teach me.
I would
squench or splinch or whatever myself. Like when you apparate, but you do it
like they're in parts.
Yeah, like you splinch off your leg or something. Do you remember?
No.
Oh, it happens. Does it happen to Ron with like?
In like,
I don't know
what you're talking about. It happens to someone.
Even though J.K. Rowling is horrible, fuck her. I love Harry Potter still. I'm sorry.
And then pick your favorite sound tool. So again, you can use your voice. You can get some bells. You can get your hands, start clapping. Whatever you've got, you can turn on a YouTube video that's got like your favorite song or like healing frequencies. YouTube has everything.
It does.
You can find any sort of sound on there.
You can have a person that is maybe a healer and they're doing a cleansing for you to play as you walk around. Like if you don't really know or you feel silly, someone else can do it for you. Exactly. As long as you believe it and as long as you're setting intentions. I personally love the angry clapping. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Sorry for your ear holes.
So it's fun to experiment with clapping because like you can go to wherever you feel like that like negative energy and you can clap. And as you do it, you can almost like feel as your claps get louder and like more resonating.
And you're getting more intense and purposeful and like focused with your black tourmaline.
With your black tourmaline to ground you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and clapping, singing, those things are free. You don't need any tools to do this. And I'm a firm believer that you can do any form of magic or cleansing or witchcraft with just your body and your intention.
And just what you've got at hand. If you do need a little oomph, you can grab herbs out of your cupboard. Like, we don't need to be so precious and think we need this crystal afame that costs $200. No.
All you need is yourself. You're the only tool you need.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Also, I don't know if you were going to touch on this, but just like if you can't burn sage, it's a good tool for like places where you can't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was going to talk about that's okay, but that's a good point. Yes. Yeah. If you can't burn or if you can't use other sorts of like
fire
cleansing,
smoke, you can't smoke up your office,
then this is a good way to do it. You have the power in you, not the bell or the drum or whatever you're using.
Right, that's a tool.
That's a tool, yeah. You can also use your favorite song that matches like the vibration that you're going for. So if you're trying to like bring up high energy, you could use like an upbeat, more like poppy song. Or if you're like setting a specific intention, you can use a song that like has that same intention. Because it can help
find whatever.
And you can use those like the words and stuff from the song as like a conduit for your own intentions. And yeah, it can be super personal. So like if your favorite like most high vibration song is a heavy metal song,
Which it
use
should
it.
be.
Or classical opera, whatever works
Mhm.
best for you. A good song that you can like really sing and belt and like filling your toes as you're doing it. If you're not a visual person, you can like while you're setting intention, because like I said, I use like the image of like the little soot sprites or like blasting like glowing light through the space. If you're not a visual person, then just like fill it out.
Yeah, use how you feel in your body.
Mhm.
Use your words.
Use your words.
We all
Yeah.
some of us have words. Some of us don't, but hopefully then they can visualize.
Yeah. And I actually have some words here for you. So there are a couple of things that you can chant or sing if you're not great at visualizing. So you can say things like, darkness be gone, bring light to me by the earth, air, fire, and sea. With this chant, I banish all, release this energy, and hear my call. If you're not a person that likes to call upon the elements while cleansing, there's another phrase you might use, which is, negative energy cannot stay. I release it now and send it on its way. Negative energy, I banish thee. So I say, so mote it be. You can walk around your space while chanting these phrases until you feel that you've broken up all that negative energy.
That likes to gather in corners.
It does
It
like
loves
gather
to get and like upper, not like usually on the ground. They like to creep and
That's-
lurk in corners.
The worst.
They do. They
Mhm.
lurking.
And there's no problem with grabbing your broom and clearing the corners with your
Mhm.
broom.
Yeah, just sending that same intention while you're
Mhm.
using your broom, dusting it away.
One of my very first books about witchcraft, that was how part of the cleansing of your space before a ritual that person taught. Her name is Silver Ravenwolf, and she's
Ooh.
wonderful. Her books are super campy witchcrafty, like super precious.
And they're very Wiccan based, aren't they?
Yes.
They're very,
yeah. Mhm.
So if that's your vibe.
That's your vibe and you're a little baby Wiccan, they are a great safe way, I think, to start your practice, to
Mhm.
start learning, because she's a very safe, gentle person, and you're not going to get yourself into trouble. You're not going to get in over your head.
She definitely follows like the rule of three.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
yeah.
Which I also try my best. That's just a good way to live.
Yeah. Instruments. If you play an instrument, you can use guitars, drums, whatever works best for you. And again, just like set that intention, like I am clearing this space. You're going to get the heck out of here.
Full body chills.
Get a big bass guitar,
Yeah.
hook it up to an
Yes.
amp and blast them
Yeah.
away.
Play it in a rhythmic way, a fun way, a calming beat, whatever goes along with the intention. Bells are one of my favorite tools. I got my bell that I use for 25 cents from the thrift store.
Yes.
The Green Gypsy.
At the
I
Green
love
Gypsy.
the Green
It's such a
Gypsy.
good thrift store.
Yes. If you can add, I know I said you don't need tools, but you can add a couple things while you're doing this. You can light incense, you can light candles,
Mhm.
you can burn specific herbs or different types of wood. Just make sure that whatever tools you're using, you're sourcing them sustainably.
Right. And use respectfully, because I know a lot of people want to work with sage, but native practices are a closed practice. So if you don't have some tie to that,
Mm-hmm.
then maybe don't do that. But also, if you're honoring and you've learned, I don't know. I don't have
so
the
respectful.
answers.
Yeah, be respectful. You can use sage in a cleansing practice, but you can't call it smudging.
Right. Because you're not smudging.
Because you're not smudging.
native.
Yeah.
You're not an indigenous
A good way
person.
to do that, like to use sage for its properties without stepping into
that-
a closed practice,
Right. Which you never want to do, guys.
is you can put it in a spray.
Yes. Which I have and I've used at work because I can't be burning anything at work. I can't be burning incense. Like, it's a government building.
Yeah.
They really don't like that.
So yeah, don't intrude on closed practices. Not everything's for everyone, and that's fine.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But witchcraft is open.
Witchcraft
go
is
for
open.
it.
Yeah.
Voodoo is not. You've got to be invited. So don't be looking up voodoo stuff to curse an ex on the internet and be meddling in things that aren't yours to meddle.
Yep.
Like, be smart,
Just
guys.
be conscious. Yeah.
Be conscious, be respectful. Let's not meddle in things that are above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look into your own culture too. Like
Yeah.
you might be surprised what you find in your own culture of different ways to do different aspects of witchcraft.
Mm-hmm. Well, and, you know, most of us that were raised Christian were used to the idea of prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Prayer is basically a ritual.
Yeah.
Prayer is a ritual of setting intentions and asking for blessings.
Mm.
But you don't have to do it to any sort of God you don't believe in.
Exactly.
Like, I pray to Hecate. I have been working with her. And I found out, I didn't know this, and it came at just the right time. She is the goddess of individual sovereignty, which I've been struggling with, which I was like, oh, I know why you're in my life. Okay.
So I love when like little things like that happen.
Connect.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So once you've sound cleansed, you'll want to put up little protections so that things can't get right back in.
Right. You can use some salt water and paint doorways and windowsills.
Yes, exactly.
I'm so sorry.
No, we literally are all on like the same wavelength. So it all
we
just
are
like
the same person.
we are.
Just
Our dad just typed us all in different fonts.
Yeah.
Copy paste, copy paste.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can sprinkle salt in each of the corners. It can be sea salt or Himalayan salt or table salt, whatever you've got.
Use what you got.
Yeah.
Let's not be precious and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will hate that opinion, and I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Stop being so precious and ridiculous.
Yeah, so you can put the salt in each of the corners of the room, setting your intention. A couple ways you can do this is you can, I don't love this word, but you can bless the salt.
And guess what? You don't have to be a special person. You are special just because you're you, and
special,
your
yeah.
intentions of making it blessed
Yes.
are what counts.
You can, I guess a better way is you can put your intention
into the salt. Yeah.
As you put it into each of the corners. And you can say, again, you can put a little prayer over it. You can blow your intention on it. So like think really hard of your intention and then just like blow it onto the salt.
Right.
And then
Hold it in your hot little mitts.
Yes.
And think real hard. Put your energy into it.
And then like Shandi was saying, another way is to salt water and draw protective runes or sigils or symbols on the windows and doors. A rune
That's so cool.
a rune that I like to use is algiz. It's the one that looks like a Y with like an extra prong. It's like a chicken foot almost. Yeah.
What does that mean?
So it symbolizes protection, defense, and spiritual growth.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I learn something new every day from you guys. I love
Yay.
this.
Or you can create your own sigil or symbol of protection.
Because really, it's all about intention.
Exactly.
You don't need to draw from any pantheon or anything or something you stumble upon on the internet that you really didn't research.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you don't like runes, make your own.
Mm-hmm. It can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, and another thing, when you're clearing energy, you want to invite in the energy you want. So you're getting rid of something you don't want. And so it only makes sense that you want to invite in things you do. So some people will put like, say you are super precious and you remembered to gather moon water, which I never do because I don't think that far ahead.
I have like year-old moon water in my fridge.
It still counts. Still counts. But you would put like a dish of your moon water or like your sun, whatever you have gotten. Say you gathered some rainwater, whatever. It doesn't need to be that precious. You put it in a bowl and say you want to draw in like love. So you would use some rose petals and like put some rose quartz in there.
Yeah.
So you want to replace the energy you're clearing because like the whole idea of clearing energy is like you're creating a safe, neutral space. But then you want to draw back in energies that you want, like attracting what you want to have.
Yeah.
I often don't do that.
I think most of us don't take that
think
extra
about it.
step.
Yeah.
But if you already have things like on your altar that are drawing things in, like most of us have already, like if you have an active altar that you use, you've already done that.
Drawing in.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah.
But for those of us who don't, or you're wanting some extra oomph to
Mhm.
it and some extra intentions,
Yeah.
then that's a good way. Because sometimes we need to do a physical act along with thinking of it to have the intention be like solid
Yeah.
in our mind.
It like
of what we really
turns
want.
the symbolism into something tangible.
Yeah, which people love that.
People
We
do
need
love that.
tangible
That should
things.
help.
We do.
Yeah. Mhm.
So, and it can be a little more difficult to sound cleanse while you're living in places with other people that aren't necessarily chill with your practice. So, like if you're in a stacked apartment or you've got roommates, just be conscious. I hate that conscious of when you're doing it. Don't do it super early in the morning or super late unless you like absolutely have to. And then that way it won't like draw any extra attention.
Right. And sometimes people get super weirded out. And if you can only cleanse your space within the space you occupy, that's
okay.
That's good enough, you know? Because some people would freak out. Like my family just knows don't bug mom when she's doing her woo woo shit. And usually they're following me around like, what you doing? Let's talk about this. What's going on, mom? Because they're so cute.
Yeah,
So
they're
silly.
so curious.
And Peter just knows, like, he's totally down. He's like, oh, you need me to build you a bonfire to celebrate Bridget's Day? Great. I love bonfires.
Fire. Silly Peter.
Oh, he's so cute.
So that's how you sound cleanse. Any questions?
You were very thorough.
Yeah. That was sweet.
You
Thanks.
should be a teacher.
Oh, shit!
Oh my God, you are one.
What a coincidence. Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
We've got social medias.
We sure do. Our Instagram is Seance with my siblings with the little at the beginning.
TikTok, Seance with my siblings.
Our Facebook is Seance with my siblings.
Super easy.
Super
Super
easy.
easy.
We've got
We've got an email.
we sure do.
Horn, horn, horn.
Our email is seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com. Send us your spooky stories there.
Please.
Please.
We want them. We want to read them on the podcast.
Any weirdness. We
Mhm.
want to know all the weird things that have happened to you.
Yeah. Did you meet Bigfoot in the Wendy's parking lot?
Tell us about how you figured out who your stalker was and how you got away from them.
Yeah. Anything weird, supernatural, fun,
Creepy.
Yes.
Tell us about the creepy places you've visited or accidentally visited, even though you didn't mean to.
The abandoned buildings.
Yeah.
Found a keyboard in.
We love it. We love it all.
Yeah.
We want it all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you
listening,
for listening.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.